So here we are, it's running quite smoothly actually. Could be just those spark plugs are a bit worn that makes it wobble a little bit, you know, the old... and obviously it's a little bit tappy because the oil is 54.8% petrol. Probably again because those spark plugs, so yeah, I think that's the key to all of our problems. Although it did pass emissions when it did the MOT 3 years ago or whatever, and nothing's been changed on it since. So, but whilst I was having a little run, just make sure the battery's charging up. They did replace tyres and things, some new beastly tyres on there. Slight rattle on the exhaust, but that's the original. So she's been running for a little while. She's got up to roughly where I believe temperature is. Revving sweet. Happy days. So we're going to get the old golden detail retriever out and see what we've got on the old diagnostics. I don't know why everything's old, but that's what we're going to do. So yeah. Oh, I've got wires coming out of every orifice. Right, what are we doing? Why is the laptop stopped? Why is the laptop stopped? You know? This is what happens when you use old junk. But I'm fixing old junk, hopefully with old junk, so it's alright then, isn't it? What's happening? Come on! Today, please! Work! Do as you're told! Died. Died. It's gone. Charger on. Charger's on. Ooh, that power steering sounds a bit lazy. And there's a clicking. Great. One of the other tests I will be doing, if you can see me, otherwise I'll have to redo this bit, is jacking it up and having a little play with the car. And then seeing if there's ball joint problems or steering problems or anything like that, because if there is, it could very quickly become an uneconomical repair is what I'm saying, and then what's the point? Granted, it's a nice car, 1.6, it's got aircon, nice 5-speed box, the people who had it before said it's lovely to drive, been in them before, they're great, they're nice cars, but I don't want to have to pull my finger out too much. Great, so the car is not overheating, it's starting amazingly well, seeing as it's been sat for so long. It's impressive, that part. I'm hoping that that level of impressive carries on throughout the whole procedure, because that would be great if it does. Then we can be in a situation where I can look at the car as, it's a good car, it just needs this problematic airbag system issue fixing, and then a good clean, like a very, very good clean. In the time it was sat there, let me see if I can show you actually. Can you see the dents in the bonnet? Yeah, I think you can. So those were slates off a roof from where it was sat next to a property. And little things like that are going to need a bit more detail if I want to do the car up to a higher standard. Realistically speaking, I don't need to. If I'm going to keep it myself, the two ways that I'm going to go about it is I'm either going to make it a lightweight, tracky type vehicle, possibly take these seats out, put bucket seats in, and use these seats, well, this seat in my van. Most of this will be stripped out, it'll be a lightweight car because I like to modify vehicles that make them more efficient. I don't see the point in getting a car like this and making mad power, because when am I ever going to use it? Yes, getting it back to original would be a really nice thing to do, get it absolutely pristine. The sheer amount of money you've got to put into them, though, to get them to that point, is it worth it? It might be a sell-on situation. I already have enough Fords in my life, I think. And if it is a sell-on situation, then it will just be the case that I'll get it as safe as I can, as reliable as I can, and as good looking as I can. And then it'll be going to somebody as a car that someone's going to enjoy and you know, get a lot of use out of, rather than it just going to a scrapyard, which is probably where it would have ended up if I hadn't took it on, because how many people want to mess with airbag lights? Anyway, we're going to find out now, hopefully, what the crack is. Oh, have I put a belly on or what? Oh, okay. So, that in there, that on that, and that, yeah. Foreskin? No, forescan. Right. It's the oldest joke in the book and I'm still using it, alright? I can't be any different than I am. This laptop was gifted to me by a friend. Anyway. Connected. 3-door Duratec 16 valve. Yes, that's the one. Cool. Right, we've got... This vehicle may contain MS CAN modules. Does it, yes, it does. I can't reach. There we go. Click OK. GEM. ACM. Right. Okay then, so let's have a look just specifically at the codes. Let's just go through what it says here, will we? Right, vehicle speed sensor input error. Okay. Lost communication with GM. Missing CAM message from RCM. Park brake switch short to ground. Oh dear. What's going on here? Well, no, it's not, because it's right there. I'm looking at it. It's fine. Calm yourself down. ABS, 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 ABS. Okay. Battery voltage too high. I need to ABS GEM on-demand self-test. Begin. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to clear everything and see what comes back on automatically. Right, so it's all ABS related though. I haven't got anything on the SRS. SRS? Yeah. Restraint system, yeah. Right. Battery voltage low. Okay. Shouldn't be. Anti-lock braking system. Rear speed sensor input circuit failure. Now they're new on the back. Left rear circuit input failure. They're new, so that shouldn't be. Voltage too high. Jesus Christ, okay. C1095 pump motor circuit failure. This code is set when the hydraulic pump motor has an open short. Oh, hold on a minute. I've just remembered that it had a module in the back, so that's been changed. Let me go and check the wiring for that. Right front speed sensor, right, yeah. Let me go check the wiring for that. That might be a good idea. Boy, it's warming up out here. Great news. So the ABS module should be down here. And there is the wiring. So I'm going to have a little play with that. Just see. Oh, it does feel a bit loose. Yeah, that might not be plugged in correctly. Let me have a play with that and come back. So here we have the ABS module input. And it all looks fine to me. I can't see anything there that is concerning me. The wiring, although a little bit dirty, just looks fine. So I'll just pop them out quick. As you can see, they're nice and clean. Can't see anything, you know, that's standing out to me wrong with those. So we'll just pop those back in. I think I'll just plug it all back in and I'll do one more check. Because maybe one plug wasn't back in properly, you know? Could be something really basic like that. So we'll just do that. If that doesn't work, then I'm going to set fire to it. So that's great. And it's right awkward to get down there. It's like right in there. Like right in there. So yeah. Connecting. Ford Transit. No, it's the Ford Fiesta. God, look at the amount of vehicles. It's all Fords. All with electrical problems. Dear me. HS switch. Please set HSMS. So I think that is correct where it comes towards me, and that's MS. Unable to read DTCs. Yeah. That's really odd. I can't read the GEM, ACM. What was the other one? There was another one it couldn't read. Oh yeah, PCM and IC. So that's obviously a proper connection issue somewhere. Ah dear. Don't know what to say to that. Got ABS and airbag lights still on. I don't know what to do. Right, we're going to have to run some testing then, I suppose. I'll have to have a look. Right, okay. So we're back to this vehicle speed sensor failure. So, open VSS circuit, shorted VSS circuit, worn or damaged VSS circuit, suspect VSS. Okay. The wheel speed sensor data is sent to the ABS module via the CAN to the PCM. The PCM sends the vehicle speed data to the HEC via the CAN. Check the CAN lines between the ABS and the PCM. So when I first did this, if I remember rightly, I had connection issues between ABS and PCM, if I remember rightly. So we're back to square one, in a way. Which is a bit of a nuisance, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. What other tests can I do? Read system monitor status. Oh, I've never done that before. Does that work? Malfunction indicator lamp off. Well, it's fucking on there, mate. No errors found on RCM. The GEM wouldn't test. Vehicle is not moving. Turn the ACM on. Aircon. Do you know what? I'm not going to bother testing that. Forget that. ABS. So I've done this before, but at least now. So the tests that are failing is handbrake light, which is right because it won't go off on the dash. So I must have unplugged something somewhere that monitors that. Right, well the ABS just come back, no faults found. Have I gone mad? Read. I think I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of mind calculations and then come back when I've got an idea, because otherwise I'm just wasting the internet. 564 days later, and I've decided that because I've got no communication from anything and the wiring diagram in the Haynes manual is wrong, I'm going to go at it myself. I think I might have gone a little too far. So remember where there used to be dials and clocks and things there? Well, now they're in pieces. I'm going in deep, aren't I? But I'm not one for giving up, and I've got no communication between a wire here, this plug here, and this little ripper down here. So the first thing I thought, well, let's find out if it's just that, because if that thing isn't registering with this thing, it will automatically put the light on, I think, because it doesn't know if there's a problem, so it assumes there's one, to be safe and sorry. That's just a complete assumption. Like I'm assuming. So my idea was that I was going to look at this and then be able to figure out what wire does what, where, why, and who, and when. And unfortunately, look at the state of this. It's not quite what I imagined it to be. And because it's not quite what I imagined it to be, I'm probably going to put it all back together and forget that I did this, because look at the state of it. Even though I can figure out which light illuminates to show the airbag, how am I supposed to guide off these like 3/4 length lines that it looks like they've drawn on with a green marker rather than it being like a obvious circuit board? Anyway, so basically, situation update, I've put myself into hell. Better be worth it.